So here's the thing about this Mongolia series I want you to understand going in. I have no idea what's coming up. It's kind of part of the adventure I've lost a little bit over the years as I get better organized. I get better at planning, and worse at letting the adventure come to me. So here in Mongolia, I wanted to let things ride a little bit more. I have no idea what's coming up. I have no idea the bumps in the road. And sure, by the title on this video, you know we're about to go photograph the eagle hunters. But in reality, all I know is we're heading west. Like way west. What's going on, guys? It is the start of our Mongolia adventure. It's raining here in Ulaanbaatar, and we are about to catch a flight really far west to the Altai region. So let's get to the airport and let's fly.
I am so excited, man. We are going to a really remote and incredible part of Mongolia that I've never been to. It's near China and Russia and Kazakhstan, and the weather looks good, so...
The weather looks good?
It does, yeah.
How did you find the forecast?
I looked on the internet.
Oh,
yeah.
What's this internet you speak of?
Incredible, an amazing invention.
So while Greg ruined the fun of whether the weather will be good, we slogged through some sloppy climate in the Mongolian capital and headed to the airport. And for the record, I don't think Greg knows how to read a forecast, because a couple episodes from now, you know what? We'll get to that. Oh, I almost fell.
Hey.
Give me that.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you. Okay, on the plane, first on, we have, I think it's a 3-hour flight to Ulgi. So, let's fly. The views of Mongolia rolled away from city to green hills to desert and eventually into some serious looking mountains. I couldn't wait to get out of the plane. Not so much to explore, but because the last 30 minutes we spent in this Dash 8 kind of felt like we were stuck in the spin cycle of a wash machine. So when I say, thank you,
Bye.
what I really mean is, please let me off this plane. We made it to Ulgi. Yeah, that was a bit of a wash machine landing on this, I think it's a Dash 8, and just felt like we were going sideways a little bit as we landed. But we made it, we landed. We're here in Ulgi. It is way out west here, and totally, absolutely beautiful. So we're gonna gather the group, and I guess we're gonna head to wherever we're heading. One of the best things about traveling in Mongolia is the vehicles. A lot of people drive around in like Land Cruisers and stuff like that. We take these old Russian vans. These things, they break down, yeah, but they can get through absolutely anything. They're so much fun. So we're all piling in, and I honestly don't know where we're going tonight, but I don't care. I can go anywhere in one of these things. Are you jacked? I'm jacked. And tanned?
And tan. Dark mocha.
This is Jaga. A man will eventually reward some culturally irrelevant nicknames such as Jaga the Hutt, McJagga, and Jagameister.
Proof is in the pudding, I've been putting in the rougher. Work that they don't wanna do, that's why I got the upper hand advantage, feeling like I'm at the last.
Jaga Khan is piloting a Russian-made UAZ 452, an off-road 4x4 beast that easily puts Thomas Heaton's soft-ass Ford Transit to shame. These beauties have been in production since 1965 and have been bouncing around the hills of Mongolia for 6 decades now. Over their 54 years of existence, little has been modified in the production of the UAZ 452. In fact, aside from the addition of upgraded speedometers, power steering, a Euro 4 engine, and, thank God, brakes, this is the same van that rolled off the line just 12 years after Stalin died. But while they're old tech, These babies are indestructible. And over the next 2 weeks, they'll take us to places that vans shaped like loaves of bread shouldn't take you. It's like people always say, they sure don't make things the way Soviet Russia used to. But we're not here for the vans. We're here for the landscapes and the people.
Just so I've been on the next wave now, way downtown, sound profound. In the city, they way out. Stay loud, stay down with my spouse, pray out. Show up unannounced, why these clowns play house. Make an honest woman out of her, or maybe you should bounce. If you wanna be the change, your personal life counts. More than you know, trying to keep it cordial.
How crazy beautiful is it here? It's just unbelievable in Mongolia. I totally almost kind of forgot how crazy beautiful it is. Our first stop on the trip is we're heading to see eagle hunters, or go to stay with some eagle hunters. And actually, there was a documentary on Netflix that was amazing, and if you haven't seen it, go check it out, about a young eagle hunter, a young girl who was like the best eagle hunter in Mongolia.
For over 1,000 years, the nomads of the Altai Mountains have hunted with golden eagles. A precious skill that has traditionally been handed down from father to son. But now a young girl is setting out to become a master eagle hunter. Meet Ashulpan.
And she's actually with us right now over in that group. We're going to stay with her family. And yeah, it's already sunset though. So we just stopped to take some quick pictures. And we're gonna go into the Gur camp, get some food, hopefully maybe do some star photography, and then wake up in the morning and hopefully, probably, do some photography of the eagle hunters. This is where we're staying tonight. We're just all gonna go meet the family. Come on in.
Hello, Craig.
Oh, well, I didn't see you there.
This is what the home of a Kazakh nomad looks like. Actually, this is what the home of a nomadic celebrity looks like. They've been kind enough to let us eat, sleep, and occasionally sneak away for some astrophotography here tonight.
It's 5:15 in the morning, operating on about 3 hours of not very good sleep because, yeah, it was hard sleeping on the ground of the Gur and there was dogs barking all night. But yeah, it's morning. The sky is incredible, just unbelievable. We're just wandering outside the Gur to try to get a photo. There's all these like grass tufts all over the ground here that could make for some interesting foreground, I think. There's a snow-capped peak that way. There's obviously Gurs this way that could work. There's a lot that could work. But the thing I've really got my eye on is there's a tree way down there that's massive and kind of like backing on the hills. So I think I'm gonna take a wide angle shot using some of this grass as a foreground to start. And then I'm gonna go pick out that tree with a long lens. Man, the sky this morning is one of the best I've ever seen. I mean, check this out. It is really, really cool. Lots of definition, really kind of low hanging. It's not catching any lights or any color, but it's just such a cool sky. But it's actually kind of causing a bit of a problem because this kind of sky lends so well to wide angle, but this type of landscape lends really well to long lens. When you use a long lens in with sky like this, you don't see any of it. And when you use a wide angle in a landscape like this, you don't see any of the landscape. So it's kind of this battle right now, and so I'm kind of jumping between both, getting the sky and getting the foreground. And yeah, so what I just did right now is I just did a 1 minute exposure with a 6-stop ND and a 3-stop hard grad, just to get this movement in the sky, kind of create some drama to it. There's obviously not like compositional genius to the photo, it's just pretty simple, but it does work, I think. So I'm gonna now switch onto the long lens, and there's a tree that I mentioned way down there, and I think I'm gonna try to pick that out.
The tree was almost too big though, too out of place for a good photo. The sheer size of it made the girs around it look small and distracting. But as I wandered away from the image I thought I was gonna make this morning, I ran into Ashopan's mom, who was out at the crack of sunrise to milk cows. So I swapped on my 50mm lens and captured this moment.
We had a pretty good morning of photography. I don't think any of the landscape photos came out cool, but got some cool portraits, and that's going to continue. It's not the right season for hunting. Apparently the eagles only hunt in like the fall and the winter. So right now they don't hunt. Right now they're just here hanging out, but the eagle huntress is going to get one of them up on a horse, and we're going to do some portraits. So yeah, portraits. I think I'm just going to shoot the 50mm f1.8. I think it'll give a nice environmental look to it. Not just a portrait, but a portrait within the landscape. So that's what's going down. A little bit of portraiture travel photography this morning.
Let me properly introduce you to the eagle huntress. This is Ashopan. She was Mongolia's first female eagle hunter. And despite significant resistance from the patriarchy in the country claiming it was a man sport, she went on not only to compete at the highest level, but to win it all. She's a celebrity here in Mongolia, and an inspiration. In very well-spoken English, she tells me there are now 12 other girls competing as eagle hunters. I ask her if they're all friends, and with a cheeky smirk and that slight hint of arrogance only a true champion can have, she said to me sharply, "Nah."
Having so much fun. They're just like the perfect models, and I guess the fact that they were on a Netflix documentary makes them kind of more used to this than the average Mongolian nomad family. The photos are coming out perfect because right when we set up, the sunlight just started coming through the clouds, but not in a harsh way, a really nice soft way. And yeah, it's really beautiful. But one of the things I'm really thinking about when I'm shooting these photos is the background. In fact, I think about the background more than I think about them, because I think the background, it can be distracting or it can simplify. So I'm really trying to simplify things. I've been shooting the 50mm f1.4 Sigma, and yeah, I think this is coming out beautifully.
As I share some portraits, let me also introduce you to Nurgaev. This is Ashopan's father. He comes from a long lineage of eagle hunters, and I was so curious to find out how he responded to his daughter's desire to hunt and to break barriers. We spoke quite a bit. But the thing that stuck out to me the most was that despite fraying relationships with friends, neighbors, and even family members, he never once tried to persuade Ashopan not to chase her dreams. 80% of people told him she couldn't do it, but he always believed in her, allowing her to go on and inspire other girls in Mongolia, like her little sister.
That's day one in the books here in Mongolia, and it was awesome. It was special. It was Mongolia. It's such an amazing, different place, and this family was so welcoming to us. They were so good. It was just so nice. Got some photos, obviously. Got some portraits. Got like a panning photo of the dad riding the horse with the eagle, which was really cool. And it's just cool to be a part of this story about the first huntress, the first eagle hunter in Mongolia, and being, staying with the family. It's just, yeah, you can't describe it. It's just been so good. So we're saying our goodbyes, and I'm saying my goodbye as well. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.